Welcome. This is another get ready with me rant slash let's talk about it. I'm getting ready today to just go out with some friends. I don't know, my skin's already kind of been prepped. I'm going in with the Finish Photo Smooth and Blur. And I'm going to try this out because this, I normally use the Tarte. Where's my Tarte? I normally use my Tarte, but this is also silicone based. I like silicone based primers. So let's just try this. But I want like a much more kind of... Ooh, I totally forgot how good this was too. Yeah. This is nice. And I normally put my primer literally everywhere. Because I just wanted to fill in the pores. And I feel like my pores are so large. Ooh. This feels so good. I totally forgot about this primer. I feel like I need to revisit older products because look how good this feels on the skin. But anyways, back to what I want to talk about. So, I think there's a saying that, like, you know how people lose friends to marriage? I didn't think that would happen to me, but it did. Okay, so let's talk about it. I'm going to go in with my Pat McGrath in Medium Deep 24. But I'm also going to mix it with a little bit of NARS. This is buildable, but it's also very like light. And I do want a little bit more coverage today. So we're going to mix the two. And then this is in MD4 Macau NARS. And Natural Radiant Longwear. So, yeah, so basically, one of my good friends of like 10 years got married, okay? And, oh, motherfucker, that just squirted like everywhere. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Crisis averted. Okay. It was like only on like my hand. Okay, cool. Okay, so she recently got married. And, you know, her husband's cool. Like, I've met him. They're very in love. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Everything's good. So, you know, she is a newlywed. And, you know, as a newlywed, of course, there are some... Why do I feel like I'm forgetting steps here? Because I am. I'm going to color correct. Can I just get my dish together? Oh my gosh. Mix these two together. MD24, Pat McGrath Labs, and Huda Beauty Color Corrector in Papaya. What was I saying? Yeah, so everything's good. She is a newlywed, and you know, as a newlywed, their first time living together, you know, of course, there are probably going to be some challenges, different dynamics, schedules. You know, living with someone is, I feel like, is truly when you're like really getting to know them. Okay, and just like some context, they kind of met and got married in a short period of time. Okay, so there's a lot that they've, they're still getting to know each other. Okay. So they've been married about for like a year now. Just say a year and a half. Okay. And, you know, we normally always talk like every morning. Okay. Every morning. We always talk. And I always do my around my lips because this is too bright. I feel like maybe this is too bright. I don't even know how to turn all these lights down. Anyways, we normally talk like every morning. And sometimes he's in the car, sometimes he's not. Like sometimes, like most of the time she calls me like after she's already kind of dropped him off to work. Okay? That. So I'm going to explain to you what happened. So one of the mornings that she was, I guess, dropping him off to work, you know, she had called me, or I'd called her in the morning, and she's like, she's dropping him off, and I was like, okay, cool. I was like, oh. And like, this is just how I normally talk. This is like things that I normally say, okay? And I'm like, oh, okay, so you dropping your baggage off to work? Okay, then. Mind you, like, I always make reference, like, as marriage as the old ball and chain. Like, you know, my commentary. And that's just not even her, that's, like, in general. Like, even when I talk to my sister, I'm just like, are you dropping your luggage off? When, in reference to her children, literally, okay? Because she's always with them. And we always reference them as, like, luggage, because she's like, I gotta luggage them to school. I gotta drag them everywhere. So, why am I always in such, like, a complete mess? I'm just gonna use, oh, this is dirty, but don't even look at this, okay? I really need to wash my brushes and my sponges. Anyway, so I made a reference and I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, you're dropping your baggage off? And I guess Mans didn't like that. Put this on. And she's like, oh, he's in the car. And I was like, oh, all right. Because I didn't think anything of it. Because I thought it was an innocent comment. She's like, oh, he's in the car still. I was like, oh, okay. She's like, oh, I'll call you back. I was like, okay, cool. I didn't think anything of it. I went about my day. I went about my work. Okay? Then she proceeds to text me. Alright. She proceeds to text me to let me know that I guess he didn't really appreciate my comment. Was this always so dark? I feel like the NARS possibly made it darker. Was it always so dark? But then again, I did want more coverage, so there's that. Yeah, we're gonna get coverage with this. It's fine. I can do both. Maybe I should try a different shade. I feel like it's a little dark. Where was I? Yeah, so she didn't call me. She texted me, okay? She texted me and she's like, I guess he didn't appreciate what I said. And she's just like, oh my gosh, you know how much I love him. And why would you say that? And now he thinks that's how we talk about him. And I'm like, okay. I was like, granted, he's upset. All right, my bad. So obviously I proceed to text her back and I'm like, ooh, I'm sorry. Like, I apologize. That's definitely not my intention. Like, okay. I'm just like, yeah, let me apologize to him. Okay? And I sent her that message. And I didn't hear from her. I was like, okay. So, like a day or two went by. All right. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, maybe she's just upset. So I was like, okay. So I text her again. I'm just like, yo, what's going on? Like, are you taking like a break from me or something? Because we normally talk every day. Right? But mind you, my message to her was like, I apologize profusely. I let her know that's not my intention. I'm like, you should know that's not my intention. Like, that's how I normally talk. Like, bro, I've hung out with your husband. Like, you know how we talk. And mind you, we're not young women. Well, we're still young women, but we're not in our 20s. We're not like in our young 30s. Like, she's older than me. Okay? So yeah, I'm just like, time goes by and I was like, oh, are you like taking a break from me? Like, what's going on? She does not respond. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, I guess this girl really not talking to me? And in my mind, I'm starting to think all these things like, well, maybe now her husband has told her not to talk to me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And like, I'm someone who's like super reflective. So now I'm thinking about all the things that we've talked about, and not to like get too much in her business, like, or about like her dynamics, but like, I'm just like, oh, okay. You know, like certain things that she's always said, which is like, this is what I've always dreamed of, and like, I would die for him. And I was like, okay, well, clearly maybe that also means that you would kill me, kill our friendship for him. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm like, I'm thinking that's where this is going, because time goes by, her birthday comes up, I text her, no response. I've called her, no response. So I was like, it's been a while. It's been a long while. So I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm guessing we're done. I'm guessing this is it. Like, we're done. I'm wondering if I should go, you know, I really like this contour by Rare Beauty. It's so beautiful, honestly. And I'm thinking maybe if I should use this, because normally what I use is, where is it? I use this contour stick by NYX, like the Wonder Stick. This is like OG. This is like OG. But it's sometimes like very light, and I feel like this does like the perfect amount of contour. But I'm just trying to think of the look that I want to go for today. And I might do the look that I did last time, actually, because it's fairly simple. I don't know. Okay, we'll go with this. Anyways, so we're gonna go with this. What was I saying? Having a complete brain fart right now. Gosh, it's hot in here. Come back to me. What was I saying? Yeah, so just like the things that she said about like, you know, how marriage has been like the one thing that she has completely, she's like waited so long for like marriage, like this person, like, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm starting to think about these things, and I'm just like, you know, maybe because now that she's found this person, I'm pretty much like expendable. Like maybe I'm not so much needed because she has this man in her life, right? Ooh, I can like actually see this now. She's like, she has this like man in her life, which, you know, she's waited so long for, to fulfill whatever wants, needs, and desires, that she definitely doesn't want to upset him. She doesn't want to risk, you know, the relationship. So I guess the relationship that we had as friends is expendable, like, you know. And I haven't spoken to her, but that's basically what was transpiring in my mind as to what was going on, because I was just like, I didn't really think that, you know, a comment like that would be warranted of an end of a friendship. You know what I mean? And it wasn't intentional, and we've never had any sort of bad blood, like, ever. I don't even think we've had like a major argument or anything. Like, you know what I mean? Our relationship has always kind of been filled with like grace and love, and like I'm like a naturally blunt person, like blunt and honest, but like when it comes to my friends, I'm definitely someone who, like, if I'm talking to you, I'm going to talk to you in a way that would be best for you to understand, especially if I have to give you harsh criticism, put it that way. So, like, you know what I mean? I know, like when we have our conversations and she comes to me, like, because she knows I'm going to be honest, and she always comes to me for advice, and she always tells me, like, I think you give me great advice, and she's like, you know, she's like, I've learned so much from you, and whatever. And I'm just like, so to me, it's like this whole thing of her not talking to me, and we haven't spoken in so long, and even my birthday came up and she even messaged me. I was like, oh, okay. So, but you know, I was just like, okay, like this is done, like we're done. Like, she does not want to continue. Just looking, oh, see how beautiful this is? Like, it just blends in so gorgeous. I'm loving this. She does not want to continue our friendship. So, and it was just kind of like really disheartening. You know what I mean? And it kind of made me really wonder about my friendships, because I'm someone who I don't actually have like a lot of friends. And I'm okay with that, because as you get older, it's harder to make friends, but it's also like some people are very fickle. And sometimes in friendships, like to me, like I feel like some people don't really count the intimacy that you have in a friendship, which is why, like, you know, my friend decided to dump me for her husband, which is fine because, you know, he's your life partner. But I feel like the intimacy that we shared as in friendship, that accounts for nothing, apparently. Garbage. And some people don't really value that, I guess. You know what I mean? They only think of intimacy as with, like, the opposite sex or as a love interest, which is kind of sad. So I was a little hurt, because I'm just like, you know, she's someone who always talks about empathy and, you know, giving people grace. And I was like, oh, where is that for me? Because you just up and left. You just disappeared. Ya gone. Ya galang. Run back behind. Wherever you just gone. And left me. But anyways. Hold on. Yeah. She just gone. She left me. What do I need right now? Where's my other concealer? Concealer, concealer, concealer. Where are you? Find me. Okay, I have this one. Oh, here it is. So then, this is Pat McGrath Labs M19. I love Pat McGrath Labs. Honestly, it's expensive, but I don't know what it is, but the formula is so beautiful. I can't. It's gorgeous. So that's what I'm going on with this. Like, this just blends in. Do I want to go with this yet? No, I don't want to go with this yet. See, I'm forgetting my steps because this is new for me. Talking and then doing my makeup, this is new for me. I don't normally do this, and I'm trying. So bear with me. Bear with the quality. Bear with whatever's going on here, okay? Wanna just give me a chance? You see me with my little do-rag on. Anyways, I'm going in with Happy by Rare Beauty. Anyways, yeah, I love this. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, so intimacy in friendships is like not counted, or I don't think is valued as much. And I think, like, for me, like when I think of like my friend, I'm one of those women who's kind of just like, if you're winning, I'm winning. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see my friends win. And, you know what I mean? There's you see a lot of nowadays where people who are like friends with people and they don't even like them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you've seen friend groups deteriorate over like when they travel, and it's kind of just like, you know what I mean? People having malice in their heart against you. See, I use a stippling brush. This works so well to diffuse the pink, and then you just build up upon that. It's so pretty. I don't know why, like, some people, I don't know how people don't like makeup, but makeup is just so, it's so great, especially if you learn how to do your face appropriately and bring out your best features. Like, makeup is just so beautiful. I just wish it wasn't so expensive. Because honestly, right now, like, makeup is just, I'd be going to Sephora and sometimes I'd be looking at my bill and I'd just be like, okay, like, you're charging me rent at this point. So going to Sephora is rent. Okay, because if you have to restock and re-up on your products or even try new things, it is rent at this point, okay? But like, I can't not go. I don't know, like, I'm a fiend. I'm a Sephora fiend. And happily so. Anyways. So, see how pretty that is? So pretty. Hopefully you can see it. I don't even know if you can see it because this lighting is so bright. And I don't know how to turn it down. Hold on. I don't know what just happened. Anyways. What was I saying? I need vitamins because I'm having complete brain farts more often. Yeah, so we've seen in like people travel and like they get into like their friendships and people who are friends and they don't even like you. You know what I mean? And I've always been someone who's like, I really can't fake the funk. Like, if you are moving sideways, I'm just gonna tell you, yeah, I don't like you. And I feel like that's a good thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people have always told me, like, oh, you said that? I was like, yeah. I was like, what? I was like, you don't have to, it's okay to not be liked. Like, you know what I mean? It's okay to be in an environment or to be somewhere or be with people, even like coworkers. And it's okay to just be like, to understand, like, I don't mesh with this person. We don't share the same values. We don't have the same similar interests. We don't operate in the same way. Like, even in business, like, you know what I mean? You can. It's okay. I don't like this individual. But does that mean that I'm going to be like stop them from any opportunities? Absolutely not. Does that mean that I'm going to malice them? Absolutely not. But I mean, I'm just not going to conduct myself or hang out with them or be with them or call them my friend. That is just how I am. And I feel like a lot of people like to keep up appearances, and they will, instead of just being like, I don't like this person, but I can be cordial with them in a room, they're going to be like, twin, hey twin, yo, that's my friend, that's my girl. And then behind their back, they're like, they're going to sleep with your man, or they're going to like stop you from getting a promotion. They're going to stop you from getting money. They're going to be like, tell other people like, oh, don't talk to her, or they're going to spread your business or tell up some lies behind your back. And it's like, what's the purpose of that? I just prefer to just be like, hey, yeah, I know this person. We're not friends. Oh, you're friends with them? That's great. Okay, well, and move on. That's literally it. So, I mean, I don't have the extra energy for all that, to tell you the truth. Honestly, I don't understand what all that is. It's just not my vibe. It's just not my thing. And you know, the whole fake it till you make it. Whatever, bro. You know what I mean? Do it on your own time. Don't do that in my time. Don't come around my area. Don't come around my aura and fake your nonsense over here with this entity, with this being. Keep that over there. Anyways, so that's how I normally operate. And I feel like my friends who are my friends, the limited, if I were to count on one hand, how many I have? 2. I feel like they appreciate that. Okay, now we're going into contour. Yes. I feel like they appreciate that. They understand it. They welcome it. Because when they call me, you know what I mean? It's literally for that advice. because they know. And you know what I mean? I feel like I'm someone who does have very strong discernment, very kind of strong pattern recognition. And I've learned to create strong boundaries because of the family dynamic that I grew up in. I've had no choice but to do that because I've constantly lived in like survivor mode. Okay? And so me and this friend, I'm just shook. I'm just shooketh. You know what I mean? But like I said, reflecting on it, going over like my actions, going over our years of us being together as friends and what we've discussed, and I've just learned like perhaps maybe we're on different paths. And if I'm being honest, I myself have naturally kind of felt that I've always been on the wrong timeline from people. I always felt that I've always been on the wrong timeline. Like, even when things were great in my life and I was up here and I was getting the bag and things were happening and, you know what I mean? It was like the rest of my friends or the people around me weren't, you know? And when I was down, they were up. So I've always just kind of felt that I've been on the wrong timeline. And going forward into 2026, I'm going to be on the right timeline, okay? I'm getting my shit together. And unapologetically so, I'm going to do what's best for me. I'm going to do what's best for Deenie. I'm going to do any and everything that I possibly wanted to do. And I'm not going to be concerned about the friends who have dropped me. You know, yeah, because it's weird to me. I'm going to go and actually, what am I doing right now? I haven't even done my brows. Ugh. I forgot about my brows. My brows are so hard to do. Honestly. I'm going to do my brows last. Normally people do them first. I'm going to do them last because my brows never come out properly anyways. So when I do my first spray is when I'm going to do my brows. I'm like sweating, guys. It is so hot in here. I don't know what's going on. I need like a fan. It's like so hot. Normally, this is the one size. Normally I would go in with, is it Anastasia or Huda? I think it's Huda. Can't find my Huda. So we're gonna go with this one size first. But yeah, I'm gonna be unapologetically me. Like, I think, and I also, you know what I mean? I definitely want to find a community of like-minded individuals. And I know that's like hard when you think about it because like, as you get older, and I'm older now. It's so hard to say. I don't even want to say because I'm still coming to terms. Oh, okay. My phone died. I mean, my camera died. So back to what I was saying is that like, yeah, I want to find a group of like-minded individuals. I guess people who aren't so male-centered. Is that a thing? Or people who have the same values as me in terms of friendship and reciprocation. What am I doing right now? What did you miss? Okay, so I already sprayed with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I barely touched my eyebrows. They are not complete yet. I am going back in though. With, what is this? Orfra in Color Brush. And I'm going to go back on top of this and just softly add this on top. And I'm literally just dabbing it in. Okay. There's something here on my face and I don't know what it is. I can't get at it. Anyways. But yeah. I want to find a friend group, a group of women, like-minded individuals. I already feel like I have, like the friends that I have right now, we're on the same path. We're on the similar like wavelength and growth and a similar mindset. But yeah, I would like to say I would like a core group of people. Especially like businesswomen. This is drugstore gold, okay? Like, I feel like with makeup, you need to have a mixture of like professional, high-end or high-end grade products. And you also need like the drugstore. This is Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. You know what I mean? You need to get the job done. And I'm just going over my bronzer or my contour a little bit. Okay. And I'm pretty much done because I'm going to do like lashes and come back. And lips. And I think I'm pretty much done. Because that's all I'm doing today. I'll take this off and come back. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. This is the look. Savage Fenty. Simple game night outfit. But yeah. 2026, guys. It's coming. And I don't know, I feel like there's this change in me. I feel like there is this shift that's happening. I feel like I've already been progressing and I'm just looking forward to rebuilding, rebranding myself and just building something for myself. And I guess my advice is friends come and go. And ooh, there was a quote that I wanted to say. I have to find this quote. 2 seconds, hold on. Okay. So the quote that I wanted to say was, the reality of who you are is not the assumption of what people think. So, do you, boo? Yeah, just, I'm going into 2026 being myself as a whole. And I feel like I've learned a lot over the coming years. And I feel like I'm finally coming back to myself, if that makes sense. I'm finally coming back into me, loving me, knowing me, being true to myself. And I'm looking forward to me getting better. But this video was a complete mess. It's all over the place because I'm still learning. I'm still learning to do this content creation thing. So if you want to see more, please subscribe, leave a comment below, and tell me how you're going into 2026, what you're looking forward to, what you're looking forward to, and what your self-reflection is, and how you would like to go into the new year. And I'll see you again. Toodles.